Hey everybody, welcome to TIW Podcast. I'm Eric, and today I'm talking about the new comics that I picked up on Wednesday, December 4th, 2019. I recorded an episode talking about the last 2 weeks, weeks 47 and 48 of 2019, of all the millions of comics that I picked up. But the audio quality was not good, lots of peaking problems and all of that. So I decided I'm not going to publish this episode, and I'm not going to re-record it because it was like a half hour long, something like that. And I was going to miss all of the I may as well just not publish it than to try to recreate it or whatever. And also not worth the effort to edit all of the peaking problems. So here we are, a week later. Assume I talked about a billion comics last week, and I have a billion more to talk about this week. A big chunk of this week's comics is the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Mighty Morphin Power Rangers series. 5-issue series, but this first issue has a ton of variants, and now that I have them in my hands, they are cool to have all one another, but I kind of wish. Okay, so the main cover is awesome. It has all of them. They're coming at the camera, doing their thing. Great. And then I also got the retailer incentive cover, which I think is the F cover, which has them in more of a cartoon, not even more of a cartoony style. I guess bolder lines and all that kind of thing, and it's really has like some paint spatter type of, or ink spatter type of feel to it, and I really like this cover as well. And then we have the B through E covers, B, C, D, E, 4 covers that have the 4 turtles on them, which that aspect of it is awesome, but the other aspect of it is that they're all holding the Red Ranger's helmet. So it's all that same helmet. I would have thought, I didn't even think about it. I just kind of, I figured it's all different turtles. It's going to be all different Power Rangers helmets. Like, I don't know why they could have matched them up. They could have, I know there's not an Orange Ranger, but Mikey could have been holding the Yellow Ranger or the Pink Ranger, I guess. Raphael holding the Red Ranger's helmet, of course. That makes sense. Donatello could have been holding the I don't know my colors. The Blue Ranger's helmet, and actually, I guess Leonardo. Did I say Donatello? I don't. The blue one, and then the purple one. Donnie could have been he could have been holding the Pink Ranger's helmet, I think. Give the Pink Ranger's helmet. No, him pink. Yellow goes to Mikey, I think. Instead of all of them holding the same helmet. I don't know. So I very slight regret for getting all of those covers, but I have them as a complete set now. And I think that's a desirable thing to have if I ever wanted to get rid of those or something. Shoot me a message if I did such a great job of plotting these covers. If you want a set of the 4 turtles holding helmet covers, they're all holding the same helmet. Okay, anyway, the regular cover for Over the Ropes is here, issue number 1. I haven't had a chance to read this yet. I picked up the preview edition, or I guess the local comic shop day, whatever it's called. Excuse me. That had a different cover, and this is the regular one. But I have not had a chance to read this yet, but I am looking forward to it. I have enjoyed all wrestling comics that I've had a chance to read so far. All right, so now we're one more before I work backwards through the alphabet. Batwoman and Supergirl World's Finest Giant, number 1. The epic team up It says there on the cover. We also have Wonder Woman, Superwoman. No, sorry. Wonder Woman, Superman. I'm mixing everything up. Alice and Black Mask are there at the top of the page. And then also featuring Batman, of course. Batwoman and Supergirl versus the Religion of Crime, a new story there. And Supergirl versus a Kryptonian beast. 6 action-packed adventures. Great deal for $5. Go check these out. These are not only at comic book shops, but at Walmart. I talked about that in the episode that I didn't publish. That's a pretty cool thing that they're doing to get more comics out there, especially if you're in a place where that has a Walmart but does not have comic book shops. That this is a great option to be able to get some DC Comics characters' stories. So yeah, I'm looking forward to reading that at some point. Those are kind of like my reserve books. Like I feel like I'm all caught up on Supergirl. Let's see what I have. Oh, here we go. We have a Supergirl giant that I can take a dip into. That sounds weird. All right, so working backwards to the alphabet, because as I scanned them, I worked forwards to the alphabet. Now they're in the reverse order. That's needs no explanation at all, but I gave one anyway. Young Justice, issue number 11. Naomi is back. Did I get the regular cover? No, it's just the... Or I guess she's not back. I don't know if she was has been part of the Young Justice team before. But she is now. She's front and center on this variant cover. I don't have the regular cover of it. It said something more specific about Naomi there. But yeah, this cover is super awesome. Has all the characters on there plus Naomi. And I need to get caught up on that. That's the one Wonder Comics book that I'm like really behind on now, because I talked about this in the episode that wasn't published, that I got caught up on Dial H for Hero and Wonder Twins, but I'm not caught up on Young Justice. And I finished reading Naomi season 1 or whatever they called it as well. So Young Justice is the one that I need to get caught up on at this point. Wonder Woman, Come Back to Me, issue number 6. Is this the final issue of this? I'm not sure. It might just keep going and going and going. But I've enjoyed all the issues so far. I can't remember if I've read issue number 5 yet. But all this like strange bubble universe type situation, or I think spoilers, from what I remember, I think they ended up they're actually in a simulation or something like that, which is similar to a bubble universe, but it's a constructed bubble universe, which I guess a bubble universe could be that. Anyway, it's some weird, wild stuff, and I enjoy it. Vengeance of Vampirella. I believe this is the A cover with her getting wrapped up in, looks like sentient blood. It's not... It's, strange behavior for blood. But, I've been enjoying all the Vampirella stuff this year. I just got caught up on Vampirella proper, and I'm excited for the next issue because it has an art germ cover as the main cover, and it has like an acetate second layer. I heard about this from somebody at ForeverCon this last weekend, and I got really excited about that. And as it turns out, it's not a special hard to find cover. It's the main cover, and that is pretty awesome. So I'm looking forward to that. I think it comes out in like 2 weeks, probably 2 or 3 weeks. And next up, Vampironica, New Blood. This is issue number 1 of 5. A big fan of the first batch of Vampironica books. And then that brings us to Usagi Yojimbo, issue number 7, The Swords of the Higashi. So I'm excited to get caught up on this, especially because also this week came out the Usagi Yojimbo 35 years of covers, or yeah, I think it's 35 because it started in 1984. So that I can just stand up and look at the book. Yeah, Usagi Yojimbo 35 years of covers. It's like 400 pages of all of the covers, including like for the paperbacks and stuff like that. I don't think it has these 7 issues in it. I think technically this might be, let's see. Okay, just looking at the publishing info inside of the book, it doesn't say what volume of it is, because I think this might be the first volume of Usagi Yojimbo to be published by IDW, so it doesn't have the same volume numbering as the other of past books does. Maybe, I'm not sure. But yeah, the 35 years of covers book is really awesome. It's just the covers. There's a little bit of like introduction at the beginning, like from the artist Stan Sakai and the colorist, who's I believe he's the colorist for all of the covers, but I forget his name, and I sat back down again. I couldn't get back up, but yeah, it has like a page or two from each of them at the top of the book, but then the rest of it is entirely the covers, and then an index at the end of what specific issue each of the covers is. And just that alone could be its own book, is just that list of the issue numbers. It would be a very short book. I mean, it'd be like 8-10 pages, but still, it's a lot of information on those pages. Then we have Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Shredder in Hell, issue number 5. It does not... I think this is the final... Is this the final issue of this? I feel like it might be a 6-issue arc. But there we go. Superman Up in the Sky, issue number 6. I am a couple of issues on here, but this cover is looks pretty bleak, with Superman having torn apart some type of robotic creature, and then a little girl she has chains attached. She's being held hostage. She has a Superman doll. I don't know what's going on there, but that is a pretty interesting cover. New Year's Evil, 80-page special one-shot. Joker there dressed as Santa saying, "You're all on the naughty list." Is he saying that to the people behind him, or is it saying that to all of us reading at home? Or both. I guess it could be both. Then we have Napoleon Dynamite, issue number 2. Why haven't I read issue number 1 yet? I'm pretty sure that I have. Yeah, I do have issue number 1, but I don't think I've read it yet. Maybe I did read it. I don't remember if I did. I don't know. But I always like some Napoleon Dynamite. Marauders, issue number 3. I really liked issue number 1, and I am struggling to remember if I've read issue number 2 yet. But yeah, this cover looks pretty cool with some type of fire-powered guy that they're about to take hostage or something. But yeah, all this stuff coming out of the House of X and everything has been really cool. And so I need to go back and actually read House of X and Powers of X. Then we have Lois Lane, issue number 6. I got the A and B covers. Event Leviathan Aftermath. So obviously I need to read all of that. Last week, Event Leviathan finished with issue number 6. So that tracks. With the we have the main cover, Lois Lane with the folded up American flag in front of a casket. I don't know who that is, but we're only halfway through this 12-issue maxi series, they call it, and then the variant is pretty cool. It's the portrait of of Lois Lane with headlines and stuff in the background, upside down in the background, and all that. So there we go. Justice League issue number 37. The whole team there on this splash cover for the B cover variant, and Batman on a motorcycle there. Nobody else has a vehicle, but Batman's there with a motorcycle. That's all I have to say about that cover, because I'm so far behind. Inferior 5, issue number 4 out of 6, also featuring Peacemaker. It's a sinister day in our neighborhood. That looks fun and or terrifying. Then we have another infected title, Deathbringer number 1. No past, no future, nothing to lose. Green Lantern Black Stars issue number 2. Oh, I forgot to... Okay, I'll see if I actually like this issue. If I don't, I'm going to ask them to take it off of my list. I should have taken off my list after reading the first issue. This is my first order of business after recording this episode is to try reading this. And if it's still okay, I talked about this, a month ago when the last issue came out, and said this is like nonsense. I don't like it, and I should have. So we'll see if it's still nonsense and I don't like it. Then I'll be asking them to remove it from my list. So there. The Dreaming issue number 16. An unfair thing, because I noticed last week or the week before, Lucifer now has the Black Label imprint on it on the covers there. So does the Dreaming, and I assume all of the rest of the Sandman universe but titles. There's only 2 other titles, so I don't subscribe to those other 2. I don't like that because I don't subscribe to those other 2, and I've been kind of taking pride, like one would in like the Criterion Collection or stuff like that, of collecting a specific brand, a specific imprint, like getting all the titles for that, and because I've been really enjoying all the Black Label titles. And not to say I don't enjoy these Sandman books, but now, like, retroactively, I've missed like 30 issues of Black Label stuff. But even though those things don't have Black Label on the cover, and as such, the ones that I do have, they might be technically considered Black Label now, but they don't have that on the cover either. So now I've met with that choice of, which I'm not going to take this option. I'm not going to go and get all of those other books of those 2 other Sandman Universe books. I might get the paperbacks of them, but I think those have already come out too, and they don't have the Black label to them, I don't think. Or maybe I've been totally oblivious to this whole time, and they've been Black labeled this entire time anyway. But then the other choice is, now do I just not consider these actually Black Label, and it's not technically complete, and just deal with it, just accept that fact, sort of a fact, accept that interpretation of reality? I don't know. Anyway, I do like the Sandman stuff, so I'm not too upset about it, actually. Then we have The Little Mermaid issue number 2. On this cover, I think this is the main cover, but we have Ursula having Ariel in that trance. I think she's about to transform her into a human, a 2-legged person. But Flounder and Sebastian look horrified as all this is happening. So I talked about the first issue. I'll probably read. This is going to go into my read right away pile. There'll be I haven't watched the actual movie in a long time. Long time. So I don't remember. I don't know how it compares, if like they change stuff or whatnot, or go into more detail with other things. Then we have Die issue number 10. got a vampire here on the cover, and that's all I know about this. I saw a post about this from Stephanie Hans, the artist, and she said something about vampires in there. So I was like, oh, cool. I really need to get caught up on that. I think I still have only read the first 2 issues. But a lot of these, it's getting out of hand. I needed to axe some of these titles from my poll, which I might do that today. I might just send them an email. I did buy all these books today, but, I don't want to get as many going on. Just gotta take a stand and knock it out. With some hope, maybe this is the last issue. I don't hope that it's the last issue, but this might be just a 6-issue series. I don't know. I could easily look this up. But Collapser issue number 6. I have been enjoying this book. So I kind of hope this is just like the conclusion of it, and that I don't have to remove it from my lists. And that it's just complete, because it is pretty cool, but we'll see. Black Cat issue number 7. Kind of a confusing numbering system for this book, because the 7 is on the face of a cat in the corner, and I was kind of confused with the thing. And I just last night I read the Black Cat Annual, where Spider-Man marries the Black Cat as part of a whole scheme to catch the mob doing stuff and things like that. But anyway, that was a fun book. I recommend it. It said to be continued in Black Cat number 1, and I was like, wait, it's already been going for a while. Is this actually like a prequel to that? I'm not sure. It seemed like maybe it does kind of make sense in that context if the annual story did take place before Black Cat 1 through 6. I don't know. I don't think I've read all of those 6 issues either. So yeah, it was still fun. The annual issue is still really fun. Batman Universe issue number 6, with Batman's there with some type of energy field and orb thing in front of him. I don't know what's going on there, but I'm excited to find out. Archie and Sabrina 5 of 5. This is Archie number 709. So now this story is complete. I can just fire through all 5 of those in one sitting. I think I already read the first one of that, but still, that's exciting that it's complete. Is their relationship complete, or is it now like I don't know. I haven't read it all, so something's going on there. And The Amazing Spider-Man issue number 35, 2099 is in trouble. There you go. That's everything. No, there's one last thing. We have this holiday variant cover for Harley Quinn number 68 with Harley riding Rudolph and with a big old mouth. This is naughty or nice, and she has nice crossed out, and Santa stuck in a chimney shaking his fist at Harley stealing his number 1 reindeer. So there you go. I don't know if it has anything to do with the story at all, but it is a really fun cover. Great holiday cover. So there we go. I got onto the Harley Quinn train an issue early, I think. But I might have, now I think about it, I might have asked for this variant cover a while ago when it was on Final Order Cutoff anyway, because I liked the holiday art. But anyhow, that is all of the comics that I picked up this week. Here's my decisions, I think. Black Cat is awesome. I'm going to keep getting that. The Dark Crystal, Age of Resistance. It's 3 of 12. I'm not so far into it that I feel like, I need to complete getting this whole set. I think I can axe that one. possibly X, The Dreaming, since I haven't been reading that anyway, and just, because the whole Black Label situation. This is the podcast where I decide which comics to stop getting now. I'm gonna keep getting Justice League, because Justice League, it's like water. You gotta have it. Gonna keep getting Marauders. And let's see. I think probably stop with, what's the other one that I want to stop? Those are the only, I think those are the only two from this week. Everything else has been pretty great. I could probably stop Archie comics. Now that Archie and Sabrina is complete there. I guess depending on how it concludes, but whatever. And I think that's... And then probably Green Lantern Black Stars, if this issue number 2 is also nonsense. But let me know which comics you're subscribing to, or you've stopped subscribing to, I guess. I don't want to be really negative about it. But let me know by tweeting me at TIW Podcast. Go to TIWpodcast.com for more reviews. If you enjoyed this episode or anything else on the site, please share some links with your friends. Subscribe on iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, YouTube, wherever you like to listen. Stay safe out there in all the infinite multiverses, and I'll see you next time here on TIW Podcast. Bye!